What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. What up, y'all? Welcome to everybody who's tuned in right now in their cars here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And turn up to everybody listening in right now on the YouTube. I see you, Kara from Arizona. What's Papa Lockin', my friend? I see you. Hey, what's you doing? What you doing? It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here on this Taco Tuesday. Yes, welcome in. Hey, if you guys are looking to see me in person this week, I will be at the TGI Fridays inside of the Gold Coast Casino this Wednesday, September 27th, from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. PST. You heard me right. I will be at the TGI Fridays inside of the Gold Coast Casino this Wednesday, September 27th, from 7:30 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. PST, and I will be hosting my Turnt Trivia Night. Yes, we're going to be lit. We're going to be lit during my Turnt Trivia Night, so make sure you guys come out, make sure you guys support, and make sure you guys get ready to answer some fun trivia. Now, during the trivia night, everything is current, so it's not super hard, but it's not super easy. However, if you are current on things that are happening in the world, whether that's political, social, entertainment-wise, whatever it may be in my Turnt Trivia Night questions. So make sure you come out. Make sure you get ready, because we're going to be lit. It's going to be a good time. All right, for those who are just now tuning in, welcome in. I see you, LB, on the YouTube. Yes, this is a real live morning radio show, and I am very interactive with my comments, very interactive with my callers. So make sure to call in at 702-221-7283 if you want to get in on the conversation. Again, 702-221-7283 if you want to get in on the conversation. All right, so on today's show rundown, we're going over the daily news. Then we're going to have a conversation on if sex parties are disgusting and if the people who go to them should be shamed. Ooh, spicy. And then later on in the conversation, we're going to have a conversation on should you get revenge or should you leave it alone? I know a lot of y'all out there like some good revenge and y'all want to get y'all just desserts. So we'll talk about it. All right, let's get into some daily news. According to Hollywood Unlocked, in a shocking display of racism and hatred, black tenants New Brittany Smith and her mother Tasha, residing in the Grimm's apartment complex, recently found themselves at the receiving end of death threats. According to the Daily Mail, the ordeal began when their neighbor Dominic Austin started exhibiting increasingly hostile behavior towards them, as seen on the Ring camera footage. Austin is accused of making racist slurs at the family and threatening them with rape. Such a horrifying experience left them in a constant fear for their safety, they said in a new interview, forcing them to constantly be on guard and even look outside of their peepholes. Quote, you have to make sure you look outside of your peephole. You look at your Ring camera before you exit your home, end quote, Smith said. Quote, honestly, it's like you live inside of a jail or something. We're terrified. We were upset. We didn't know what was going on. Instantly, we took the videos from the Ring camera, attached them to an email, and sent them to the landings at the Morrison. Take a listen, end quote. Take a listen to this audio clip.
Look at your Ring camera before you exit your home. Honestly, it's like you live inside of a jail or something.
Trapped in their own home, New Brittany Smith says she and her mom moved into the landings at Morrison Apartments June 2nd, but a warm welcome is not what the new tenants received, as she says their neighbor, now identified as 19-year-old Dominic Austin, began threatening the pair less than a month later.
I'm about to get murdered.
From pounding on the door to threats with a knife, videos captured on Smith's Ring camera appear to show Austin's behavior escalating, including threats of rape and racist slurs.
We were terrified. We were upset. We didn't know what was going on. Instantly, we took the videos from the Ring camera, attached them to an email, and sent them to the landings at the Morrison. One of the times he came down here, he had a knife in his hand.
While Smith says she notified police and property management June 30th, the day after, and continued to report the threats, she says nothing was done to remove Austin from the complex for months.
Part of the rental agreement says that if a tenant should threaten another tenant, the landlord can throw the offender out in 24 hours' notice.
And documents obtained by Coin 6 News show Austin was only officially notified by the property on September 8th, with the eviction notice filed only 3 days ago. Between that and the multiple calls to 911, attorney Greg Kafori says both police and property management failed to protect tenants.
The people who run this very large apartment complex didn't give a damn. The police didn't give a damn. And I don't know how anyone can look at those videos and come to any other conclusion.
As a black woman, me and my mother, I feel that we wasn't heard. I feel that we were not important. I feel that the Gresham police definitely.
Court records show Austin was arrested yesterday and now faces 1 count of menacing and 10 counts of violating a stalking protective order. His arrest comes as court records show another neighbor in the building filed a temporary protective order against Austin back in August for similar threats that were also reported to police on at least 2 occasions. In that case, investigators say Austin continued to violate the order up until Tuesday, the same day he was served with Smith's protective order, who tells me she reached out to police and property management repeatedly. She feels these attacks could have been prevented.
I feel that I was failed by the system, by the landings at the Morrison. I don't feel safe. I don't have any feelings because he's in jail today. I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. He could be released at any time. Then what happens next?
Including statements that indicate the motivation for the crime is hate or bias. Although the suspect has been arrested and is currently in custody, the investigation is continuing. As with all cases where a concern about our response is brought to our attention, we will review the response to identify ways to improve our service to the community. Now, we also reached out to the property.
So my thing is, y'all got this man banging on y'all door. You can't tell anybody what they'll do. I understand these women were afraid. I understand how it could be an issue being a black person, especially a black woman in America. So I get it. My heart goes out to these women. I'm glad they're seeking justice and they're getting their justice. But this is why it is important to be able to protect yourself. It's important to be able to have some type of weapon, whether that's a gun or that is a bat or whether that is a hockey stick. I don't know what it's going to have to be, but some of these people out here in this world, whether they are on crack or not, need to be taught a lesson. And y'all know me. Jaime Dee does not condone violence. Jaime Dee will not push you to be violent. And I'm not contradicting myself. Don't you try it. But Jaime Dee will tell you to protect yourself. And Jaime Dee will tell you that these crazies out here need to be beat up. If you think that's a contradiction, let me know. 702-221-7283 or let me know on YouTube. But I think these crazies out here need to get beat up. He's 19. He knew better than to be knocking on these black women's door, stabbing at their door, and threatening them. Did y'all hear the clip? He said, "You're going to die." Oh, nah. He got shot in his left testicle playing with me. All right. As reported by Fox 5 Vegas, MGM Resorts International and Caesars Entertainment have each been named as defendants in multiple federal class action lawsuits after the companies were hit by cyber attacks that included reported breaches of customer data. They coming after them. Hey, Mark, you were right. They are losing a lot of money. Maybe they should have paid the ransom. Me and Mark, my general station manager, were having a little tiff about if they should have paid the ransom or not. And I was like, nah, don't pay that ransom. Show these people who's boss. Get some more people in IT to rehack them and get your money back. But nah, they is losing a lot of money. According to the court documents, 4 of the suits were filed last Thursday. two against each of the casino companies. Another was filed against Caesars on Friday, and a sixth similar suit was brought against both defendants in New Jersey. Wow, on September 18th. Data breaches are the common denominator at the center of all filings. Plaintiffs note that, quote, unauthorized individuals, end quote, gain access to the resort's network systems and subsequently resort customers' personal identifiable information. Oh yeah, people did get their social securities hacked. Whoa, wait, but hold on. I don't ever give my social security out when I'm booking a hotel. How are they getting social security numbers? Well, MGM Resort says most services now, quote, operating normally following cyber security attack. Quote, the cyber attackers claim to have exfiltrated at least 6 terabytes of data, end quote, read the complaint filed by Emily Kerwin against MGM. Quote, which on information and belief include the PII, which again was the personal identifiable information of plaintiff and class action members, said defendant's network. That filing added that the defendant was aware that it was vulnerable to this type of attack because the IT vendor that it relied upon, Okta, had warned of the consistent pattern of social engineering attacks against IT service desk personnel. So they were being warned about this and still kept going. Oh, this is getting hot. The filing went on to cite the specific potential financial value of some of the stolen information, stating that criminals will pay thousands of dollars for precisely this type of data. The plaintiff cited invasion of privacy and theft of personal information as actual injuries and added that the data breach has caused her to suffer fear, anxiety, and stress, which has been compounded by the fact that the defendant has still not fully informed her of key details about the data breach's occurrence. All 6 of the suits allege negligence and breach of implied contract by the 2 defendants. The 5 complaints submitted in Nevada also included counts of unjust enrichment. They ask for monetary relief in the form of actual damages, statutory damages, punitive damages, and restitution. MGM Resorts International had no comment on the filings. Wow, that was heavy and a lot of big words. I'm so glad I have a master's in broadcast journalism because I don't know half the stuff I just read, but I'm gonna tell y'all the truth because I'm gonna hold myself accountable so y'all don't have to. All right, this is the Jaime Dee Show. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we have some more daily news. Stay there.
I'm Nathan Atkins, and I know the Drip Bar LV is the place to be for natural health and wellness. We offer wellness-boosting IV vitamin therapies designed to enhance your immune system, promote healthy aging, increase your energy levels, and improve athletic performance and recovery. Book your session today by visiting our website at thedripbar.com. That's thedripbar.com, or give us a call at 702-846-0851. That number again is 702-846-0851. Mention you're a listener of the Jaime Dee Show and receive 15% off.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
At AR Heating and Air Conditioning, our main goal is to provide high-quality service without breaking the bank. From maintaining your HVAC units to fixing them when they are down, they are there for you. AR Heating and Air Conditioning offer reasonable prices, reliability, and professional service at a great value. For more information, go to fixmyac.net or call 702-646-4000. Beat the heat and call AR Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to Hash House A Go-Go, where we've been serving farm food and crafted cocktails for over 2 decades. Visit us for the full Hash House experience at any of our 5 Las Vegas locations. Hash House A Go-Go is where old school meets new and gets twisted. We bring people together over good food and fun. Come in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and come hungry because our portions are huge. Visit us online to see our entire menu at hashhouseagogo.com. Hash House A Go-Go. It's a Midwest thing, and there's nothing else like it.
I'm Nathan Atkins, and I know the Drip Bar LV is the place to be for natural health and wellness. We offer wellness-boosting IV vitamin therapies designed to enhance your immune system, promote healthy aging, increase your energy levels, and improve athletic performance and recovery. Book your session today by visiting our website at thedripbar.com. That's thedripbar.com, or give us a call at 702-846-0851. That number again is 702-846-0851. Mention you're a listener of the Jaime Dee Show and receive 15% off.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. Hey, if you're listening in your car right now, thank you. I appreciate you for not changing that dial. And for those who are listening in on the YouTube right now, I see you. We got Jay Gotti from California. Oh, but you know she from Atlanta, so she holds the A down. We got Michael Taylor. To be honest, he's from Michigan, I believe, but I met him in Dallas. Shout out to him. Gina Chandler, we got you in the chat from Chicago, Illinois, but is in California. She's such a loyal supporter. Shout out to her. Alicia Starr out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. LB in Dallas, Texas. Kara from Arizona. Listen, I have people from all over the world supporting me, Jaime Dee. Y'all know I'm out here. I'm doing a darn thing. If you all are on the YouTube right now, go ahead, sign in. Use your Gmail account and comment live. I will acknowledge you. I'll shout you out. We're going to talk together. Don't be afraid. I see y'all looking right now. Listen, I don't have a master's degree for no reason. I'm able to do my show, speak, type, text, do social media all at the same time. I see y'all watching. Welcome in. But if y'all want to get into the mix, either call in at 702-221-7283 or be like Jay Gotti and Michael Taylor right now who are live in the chat. Shout out to ESPN. Shout out to party promoters. Shout out to people out there doing the darn thing. We got people in the chat who are doing the darn thing. Yes. All right. So if you're just now tuning in, I already went over some daily news. We're going to have some more to talk about, but don't go anywhere because we're going to talk about this later. Are sex parties disgusting? And should the people who go to them be shamed? And if getting revenge is worth it? All right. So as stated by Hollywood Unlocked, on Thursday, September 21st, 37-year-old Pennsylvania State Trooper Ronald Davis was arrested for allegedly violently detaining his ex-girlfriend, who's also 37, and illegally committing her to a psych ward for 5 days under false claims. The Dauphin County District Attorney's Office said he's facing charges of felony strangulation, unlawful imprisonment, simple assault, recklessly endangering another person, and official oppression. Davis, who's married with kids, was reportedly having an intimate relationship with the victim, aka an affair, aka he's a cheating a-hole, whom the DA has named MF, and says dated Davis for 4 months. They say Davis' quest to have MF committed began on August 21st when he allegedly sought advice from fellow troopers. An affidavit of probable cause said he allegedly told them she had mental issues. Listening to one officer, Davis, who was on off-duty at the time, emailed county officials from his police account, identified himself as a trooper, and submitted texts from MF, who again is the mistress, one of which claimed she threatened suicide. After receiving an order, he took a civilian companion to find and arrest MF. Upon finding her in a picnic area at a state forest, Davis' friend recorded him tackling and trying to arrest her before ununiformed and uninformed officers arrived to commit her. During the struggle, Davis sat on top of MF as she tried to escape, calling him, quote, insane, end quote. Meanwhile, officials say he told her he'd paint her to be crazy. Soon, on-duty officers took her to Lehigh Valley Hospital, Schuylkill, where she arrived with injuries to her forehead, torso, back, buttocks, forearm, knee, and lower back. For 5 days, she was involuntarily committed despite not having suicidal thoughts. On August 26th, she was released and interviewed by police who saw texts and determined she did need treatment. They said the alleged, quote, suicidal, end quote, messages Davis submitted were hypothetical in nature, taken out of context from a bigger argument they had over their failing relationship. Take a listen to a few of these clips. It is so heartbreaking.
What is wrong with you? I don't need help. I need to get away from you. No. This isn't normal. I don't care what anybody says. Can I please stand up? Okay. I'm not going to any jail. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm not going anywhere. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What is wrong with you? Please let me go. You just called the cops on me. You're a cop. You're a fucking pussy. What the fuck is wrong with you? I've lived all over the world and not one time has anyone ever come up, tackled me, attacked me, and called the cops on me for existing in the woods. Never. Ever. All because the consequences of your actions is you don't like the truth. That's not people like you shouldn't have any form of power. That's fucked up. But if you want to sit on me and you call the cops on me for what? For what? Oh, because I'm around a sociopath who says he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Women are objects, he can fuck whoever he wants. I'd be happy to tell them that. You're insane. You're absolutely insane. You're fucking insane. Like, and then you pay me to look insane as I'm sitting on the ground and my head slammed into this and that by a cop who called the cops on me. Do you realize how insane you are? Can you please get off of me? You can't just walk up to someone and attack them and then call the cops on them and say you're gonna, like, that's not okay. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get off of me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong except disagree with you.
Oh, y'all, when I tell you this made me shiver, I am 100% against domestic violence. I'm 100% against anybody who may be using their power against those who are unable to seek help, unable to use their power to also match that other person's power. This person is not only messed up and horrible, this person is despicable. This person deserves to be under the jail. When I say under the jail, I mean they need to go ahead and mink. He deserves to get the biggest punishment available. Because not only are you a liar, a piece of scum, somebody who also is a cheater, you are using the police force and your physical force to harm an innocent woman, somebody who didn't agree with what you were doing in life, somebody who didn't want to take your answers and your lead because you are a horrible individual, and because you didn't try to commit them to a mental hospital. You also strangled this woman. You grappled this woman. You held her against her will. If y'all did not see the video, when I tell you it was so heartbreaking, it really shattered my heart to see how she was crying for help, saying, please don't hurt me. And at one point, she legit said she just accepted that she was going to die. She accepted that at this point, you know what? He going to strangle me to death. And she said it. She's like, you know what? I'm ready. It wasn't played in the clip, but she said, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And that hurt my soul. Why get married? Why have kids? Why not just break up? You do all that for a little bit of poom poom, and when the poom poom don't want you back, you try to beat up the poom poom, and not in a good way. Y'all, this is live morning radio show. This is a live morning radio show, so I can't say the word I want to say. So that's why I said poom poom. But no, seriously, he used his authority to harm this woman. Despicable. He deserves to be under the jail. Let me know what you guys think. 702-221-7283. Or let me know on the YouTube, like Gina Chandler says, using his authority the wrong way. LB says, hopefully she'll get a huge settlement. Heck yeah, I agree. All right, so as explained by Hollywood Unlocked, NFL and Raider star Chandler Jones has made some strong claims that he was recently taken to a mental health hospital against his will by the Las Vegas Fire Department. According to Jones, he was forcibly injected with a substance after the department deemed his online post concerning. The post in question had targeted Raiders owner Mark Davis, whom Jones alleged was protecting a man who he believes molested his goddaughter. First day out, but I'm still aligned, he wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. Quote, first day out, my fans and friends were wondering, I was taken in by the Las Vegas Fire Department last week against my will, end quote. He goes on to share the scary ordeal with his fans, recalling the moment he had something injected, explaining, quote, they say it was a court hold and the Las Vegas police put me on it. I hadn't done anything wrong. The police said people were concerned about me because of my post online. But there's more. I was taken to Southern Hills Hospital and then transferred to Seven Hills, where they tried to force me to take meds and injections, end quote. Jones continued to share. He goes on to say that whoever decided to put him in a mental hospital did it with, quote, bad intentions, end quote, adding that he wasn't even offered a bed. Quote, all I know is whoever put me here had bad intentions. I'm sick, but he meant strong, of a person to be mentally, I'm too sick of a person to be mentally broken. He meant strong. For all of my friends that know me, they know. Jones also believes that the cover-up is the reason why he has not played all season. Now, I don't know what you guys think, but I am not a victim shamer. Until you give me proof that the victim is a liar and the victim is making this stuff up, I, Jaime Dee, believe the victim. And as somebody who's in the entertainment industry, who has been with top people, I mean billionaires, people who own football teams, people who own football stadiums, people who own big networks. Y'all know Jaime Dee is a celebrity now. But I've been around so many different people in so many different rooms. And one thing I can say is they're human just like anybody else. They abuse their power just like anybody else. They lie just like anybody else. And they cover up their things that they know if it got out to the public would harm themselves or their businesses just like anybody else. So my heart goes out to Chandler Jones. If this is all true, I hope that he gets the help he deserves. I hope that we stop covering up for people just because they have power, just because they have big platforms, just because we love watching sports, just because we love their content, just because we love their music. None of that matters when you are a sick individual. And if this is actually happening to Chandler Jones, please, please, please help this man and believe him. I don't know what to be true, but I'm going to believe the victim until I'm not supposed to anymore. All right, guys, this is the Jaime Dee Show live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. Make sure you guys sign in on the YouTube if you want to comment or call in at 702-221-7283, because when we come back, we're talking everything sex parties. Yes, sex parties. Ooh. It's the Jaime Dee Show. Don't go anywhere.
Is your dog suffering from a sensitive stomach? Hi, it's Kelly the Cookie Lady from Mooch's Munchies. Our dogs had super sensitive tummies and I needed to find a low-fat treat that wouldn't give them gas or other issues. Most of the treats on the market were loaded with fillers, chemicals, and chicken fat. Many of them weren't even food. Well, I knew I could do better, so I developed Mooch's Munchies, and I'm happy to be able to share them with you. Stop by our store or our website, moochesmunchies.com, and find out why we say that Mooch's Munchies are totally pawsome.
ZenWorld Premium CBD offers full and broad-spectrum CBD oil, extracts, and capsules which are designed to help you feel your best. Their products are sourced from the best organic hemp and natural ingredients on the market and are tested for quality, purity, and potency. They have a full range of items from health and wellness to beauty to pets. Call 725-205-9223. Visit online at zenworld.com or stop by their location at 9895 South Maryland Parkway and Silverado Range Parkway. Mention KSHP for 10% off in-store or use code KSHP online for 15% off.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
I'm Nathan Atkins, and I know the Drip Bar LV is the place to be for natural health and wellness. We offer wellness-boosting IV vitamin therapies designed to enhance your immune system, promote healthy aging, increase your energy levels, and improve athletic performance and recovery. Book your session today by visiting our website at thedripbar.com. That's thedripbar.com, or give us a call at 702-846-0851. That number again is 702-846-0851. Mention you're a listener of the Jaime Dee Show and receive 15% off.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST, and live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show. A real live morning radio show. Hey, if you're just now tuning in, I already went over some daily news, and now we're going to have a conversation on sex parties. Yes, you heard me right. This is a live morning radio show, so I ain't gonna do too much. If you got your kids in the car, make sure you cover their ears. Don't turn the channel, Don't turn the channel. This is a conversation for some adults. All right? If you want to get in on this conversation, 702-221-7283, or continue to chat on the YouTube like LB is doing, like Gina Chandler is doing, like Michael is doing, like A.T. Holloway is doing. Hey, we out here. It's lit. And if you want to actually get into the chat, you have to sign in on your YouTube using your Gmail account. Yes, let's get into it. All right, so before I get into my opinion on sex parties, I want to say this. This topic came up because Aubrey O'Day from the No Longer Girl group, Danny Decane, went on someone's podcast to tell it all. Now, I love me some Danny Decane. Danny Decane was lit. Do you got a first aid kit handy? Do you? That was my song. Hey, Danny Decane. They was some icons, all right? But she said a lot of things during this particular podcast episode. One thing she was talking about was sex parties. And my biggest issue is not telling people your story or your experiences, but how you tell people your stories and experiences and who you involve in them. I just felt like her, quote, telling it all, end quote, was to be messy, judgmental, and better than thou, while also trying to throw people under the bus for trying to experience the same life she enjoys. And in me, that just yells, look at me, look at me, look at me. I know I'm not perfect. And sometimes I've done the same thing. Again, I hold myself accountable so you don't have to. And I'm working on it. Because shaming somebody while doing the exact same thing is not only hypocritical, but also lame. In my opinion, that's lame. I don't know what y'all think. Do y'all think it's lame? Let me know. 702-221-7283. Or keep commenting. Michael Taylor from Michigan put the skull emoji. But yeah, I think it's lame. If you go judge somebody for doing the exact same thing that you're doing or doing something that's similar to what they're doing, just in a whole different form, that's lame. Now, I don't see anything wrong with living your truth, going to sex parties, enjoying your life, experiencing new things, and figuring out your likes and dislikes. Shoot, as I get older, I realize people do way more in life than I thought they ever would. The amount of crack, heroin, sex parties, threesomes, alcoholism, porn addictions. I've seen it all. You just would never think some people have these type of lifestyles. Now, shoot, Las Vegas has opened my eyes to things that I thought I would never do. And now, low-key, I just want to take a little peeky peek. I just want to see what's going on. I'm nosy. One thing my mama could tell y'all is I am nosy. I just want to see what's going on. That's not saying that I want to participate or I want to go. I just want to take a little peeky peek. Now, in my honest opinion, going to a sex party is no different than the many people who have one-night stands, hook up at the club, or get on dating apps just to plainly invite somebody over to their house after a few messages where none of them include names, STD or HIV status, if they're single, or anything else. Because Jaime Dee has been on dating apps where I've been invited over many of people's house. I've been invited over to many people's houses. They didn't ask for my name. They hardly asked for updated pictures. They surely didn't want to know if I was HIV positive or negative, if I got tested recently, if I had a significant other. They didn't care about none of that. They just saw this body, yada, yada, yada. And they saw this face. You know, I look good. Hey, if you don't shout me, I'm going to have to shout myself out. But I've been invited. Me, on the other hand, I ask all them questions. Am I judging people for not asking those questions? Do you? But again, it's no different than doing those things. And I see people online who are like, oh, I can't put my PP out there, my VJ out there, my poom poom can't be out there for everybody to see. Well, you put your poom poom on Tinder and you send screenshots of Snapchat and you be touching yourself on Snapchat and in the close friends on Instagram, they ain't no different. You might as well go to a sex party. Now, we can get into the people who are addicted to sex and sex parties, the people who use them to cheat and more. But what I want to stick to is just people plainly enjoying themselves without shaming people for what is natural, because sex is natural, and a resource to just get their rocks off with no hassle, no issue, and no pushback. Now, I'm telling y'all, I used to be the person who used to judge sex parties and these things. And so I got older and I realized, oh, I see why people pay for sex. I see why people are on dating apps. Because it's easy. No hassle. All right, let's take a listen to what Aubrey O'Day had to say. And let's discuss if sex parties are disgusting and if those who go should be shamed. Take a listen.
City. I go to all the sex parties in LA. They're whack. I could throw better ones.
You should start throwing them.
Maybe.
Take me through a night at an Aubrey O'Day sex party. What would it be like?
I mean, the sex party I just went to, I was just like, all I saw was generational trauma on a bed.
Can I get some details on what happens here? So you arrive, where it's a nice house in the hills, I'm assuming?
Yeah. So nice house in the hills. A lot of the celebrities have masks on. Then it's a lot of agents and money men.
Ooh,
ugly.
At a sex party with your agent, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I saw a few of my old agents like, yeah, I knew you were a little down low freak. And then like they do a performance. All the performers are OnlyFans people. Mm-hmm. Their company heads are usually there. All of the big ones are there. All their big girls are there. They all have sex with each other. Chicks with dicks is very big in LA. Everybody from rappers to sports guys to everybody. Everybody wants a woman, a female face, female titties, and a dick fucking them. I've honestly gotten off to that porn.
To each their own.
I've gotten off to watching it. I thought I was watching the most beautiful woman get fucked, and I was like using my vibrator, and I was like, this is so hot. She was getting pounded up against a kitchen table. Perfect tits, most beautiful face I've ever seen. And then she turned around and had the most massive dick and just threw the guy down and just started fucking him. And I was like, damn, I don't have a dick, but that was
battle of attrition there going on there, huh?
I stopped for a second. I was like, should I be getting turned on by this? It's like when you watch your first rape porn and you're like, should I do this? And then you feel disgusting after.
Yep.
You never done it?
No. I'm pretty vanilla when it comes to porn.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I appreciate you, LB. On YouTube, she says TMI. Again, tell it all. Tell it all. But don't be messy. Am I the only person that thinks she was being a little messy? We all know that people out there are going to sex parties, they're doing porn, they touch themselves, all that stuff. But you're shaming people, calling people ugly, saying people have generational trauma for involving themselves in the same space that you want to involve yourself in and that you're learning yourself in because apparently you like women with penises. Like the interviewer said, to each their own. But how do you shame somebody in the same breath and then try to act like you're better than that? And then you say rape porn? Y'all heard that, right? Rape porn? I'm sorry. I like a good session alone. Like anybody else. I'm a man. I do. But rape porn? Ooh. Ooh. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to be better. I am. But one thing I can say is I ain't gonna sit here and say that. Again, I don't think people should be shamed for experiencing things in life. I don't think people should be shamed for trying threesomes, trying open relationships, trying to be poly. Now, I'm going to be honest. Jaime Dee is not being poly. Jaime Dee is not doing threesomes with their significant other. Jaime Dee will do all that stuff single because I don't need to be in a relationship for that. There's a lot of people get in relationships just to have a placeholder to do all those things. And I was talking to somebody who will remain nameless because I don't know if they want to put their information out there like that. But they told me, Jamie, you're still young. You never know what you might want to experience when you get older. And you're not wrong. But one thing Jamie has always been about, even since a child, ask my mom, I've always been about monogamy. I've always wanted to be in a relationship. I've always wanted to be in a committed long-term relationship that has ended up in marriage with kids. And that's me. I want that for me. Now, if you want to be poly, if you want to go to sex parties, if you want to do all those things and be with women with penises, more power to you. I love that for you. I seriously do. Seriously. What makes you get off, don't make me get off. But as long as you're not hurting yourself, other people, or animals, who cares? AT says, what did I just come in on? I told you today is going to be spicy. LB says, I had a friend who frequents sex parties with their boyfriend. There was never any shame in either part. We both just realized and enjoyed different activities. Okay. Listen, if that's what you want to do, go right ahead. If you find somebody who you're comfortable enough to explore many life's wonders with, go right ahead. My biggest thing is that just make sure that you communicate your wants. Don't lie to people about what your intentions are. Don't get in relationships just so that you're able to get these things, even though your partner may not want them. Be open and honest. Protect yourself. Ask questions. It's okay. And if you want to be nosy like me and get a little peeky peek, do it. Because I want to see. Who knows? Look, I'm single. I'm going to do whatever the heck I want to do in life while single. If I want to go to a sex party, if I want to have a threesome, if I want to explore other parts of my life, I will do so. Because I have every right to. And so do you. Nobody needs to be shamed for that. Sex is natural. I think the shame should start coming in when you are a liar, when you are a cheater, when you are a scum, when you're sneaking off on your significant other going to these sex parties, when you are going out of town and getting happy endings from masseuses, going to sex parties in these other cities and states without your partner knowing, that's when the shame comes in. But if you are single or if you have a relationship where it's okay, do you. Period. Gina Chandler says, what is rape porn? Gina, exactly what it sounds like. Porn that involves simulated rape. Disgusting. Not my cup of tea whatsoever. Now that sounds like generational trauma. Told you today would be real spicy, y'all. Hey, we're taking a quick break. This is the Jaime Dee Show. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation on should you get revenge or should you leave it alone? Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
I'm Nathan Atkins, and I know the Drip Bar LV is the place to be for natural health and wellness. We offer wellness-boosting IV vitamin therapies designed to enhance your immune system, promote healthy aging, increase your energy levels, and improve athletic performance and recovery. Book your session today by visiting our website at thedripbar.com. That's thedripbar.com, or give us a call at 702-846-0851. That number again is 702-846-0851. Mention you're a listener of the Jaime Dee Show and receive 15% off.
World famous Randy's Donuts is now in Las Vegas. Look for the giant rooftop donut at Sahara and Rainbow and get ready for a taste sensation like no other. Since 1952, Randy's Donuts is consistently named one of the top donut shops in the country. And there's little wonder why. And oh my God, the variety. Glazed, raised, sprinkled, long johns, cinnamon rolls, crullers, fritters, bear claws. I'm getting hungry. Randy's Donuts, 2170 South Rainbow, at the northeast corner of Sahara and Rainbow. Randy's Donuts, always alive, but always worth the wait. Visit randysdonuts.com or just stop by at the northeast corner of Sahara and Rainbow. You've seen Randy's Donuts in the movies. Now taste them for real. One taste and you'll be back again and again. Randy's Donuts, 2170 South Rainbow, at the northeast corner of Sahara and Rainbow.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaime Dee Show. Woo! Live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 11 a.m. PST. We're live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at the Jaime Dee Show, a real live morning radio show. For those who are tuned into their cars right now, I love y'all. And for those who are tuned in right now, I see the numbers are going up on YouTube. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know some of y'all nosy. I know some people on here are actually supporters. And some people found out that I finally have a live morning radio show because of my post that came out yesterday and y'all being nosy. And y'all just want to see what Jaime Dee is doing. And look what he's doing. I deserve that. Well, that felt good. That felt good. That wasn't too much, wasn't it, Mark? I deserve that? Oh, I appreciate you. Okay, well, we do have a caller right now, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Before I move on to the next topic, I actually want to hear what he has to say. We might not even get to the next topic. Let's bring on Edward. What up, Edward?
Hey, what's going on, Jamie?
What's
up? Good word, brother.
What's the good word? Are you at a sex party right now? I hear some action.
No, I'm just outside my yard, actually. I just got done mowing. Yeah, I'm pretty lame.
Listen, in Vegas, they be having them outside in the backyard. I got invited to a couple.
I mean, I'm going to start calling you Salt and Pepper, man, because you want to talk about sex, baby.
Pierce, so what's up, Edward?
Nothing much, man. Here, I'll just throw it out there, man. Like, I've had a couple of threesomes in my life with two women and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's a fantasy thing, honestly, man. It's exciting. It's fun. But at the end of the day, man, you got to make ground rules. You got to respect your partners. And you got to let people know we can't be jealous. We just there's got to be some kind of ground rules behind all this when you do it.
What ground rules would you set, though?
I would say, like if I'm dating somebody and we go out, we meet another partner, it's like, hey, some girls I've been with were like, hey, don't kiss her. You can't spend the night with her. Or if you text, you have to let me know in a group thing. Like,
were you in a relationship or was this single? Like everybody was single?
Yeah, I was in a relationship during COVID, and a girl who I met, she was bi. I met her on a dating app. Can I say the dating app or no?
Yeah, I mean, it's a live on the radio show, so as long as you don't say any excessive curse words, you're fine.
Okay. I met her on Bumble, and then her and I got together. She came over to my house. We hooked up.
Pause.
I found it.
Pause. You met the girlfriend on Bumble, or you met the third on Bumble?
No, I met both of them on Bumble. Here it comes. So I met the girl on Bumble. She came in my house. She told me she was bi, and so I was like, all right, since we've hit it off, let's start looking for other women to hang out with. And so we did, and we ended up becoming in a throuple. We met a girl who likes her.
Edward, who are you?
I just learned it. Yeah, I know. I've had a fun life. I really have. So you found a throuple, but what happened was there was a lot of jealousy. In the beginning, it was fun. You know what I mean? I was having a great time, but my girlfriend got jealous of the other girl, and then the other girl started liking me more.
What you do,
started
Edward?
spending time. And it just became it became more difficult. You know, it's fun to do these things, but you got to put it to the side, too.
All right, you know what, Edward? This is going to be your segment. Can I ask some questions?
Yeah, please.
You have. Let me ring this bell, because you have earned the right to push my stuff out the way for your stuff. Let's talk about it. This is what happens on live morning radio shows. Okay, let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay, Edward. So, how old are you?
35, Jamie.
35?
Yeah.
Okay, you're young. You're young. You're young, and you look great. Turn it up. I'd love to hear it.
Handsome man.
Hey, are you single? Because look, he said you look great, y'all. So you know he's available. All right, all right. So you met this girl on Bumble. Let's have a conversation about the conversation you all had when she told you she was bi, and you guys involved in sexual relations. Was it like it just popped in your head like, oh, this is my chance to like have a fantasy, or did she bring it up?
Well, I did, because when, like, in a guy's head, when I hear a woman like, oh, she's bi, I'm like, ding, 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 I'll ring my bell. I got my little cowbell when I hear it. Like, okay, cool, all right.
Okay.
Let's see where we can go with this. And started swiping on people, talked to a few women, like, hey, you want to hang out? Yeah, come over, have dinner, I'll cook.
Ooh.
And
you let the girls know off bat that you were already in a relationship with another girl, correct?
Yes, I think honesty is the best policy in that, too.
So how did you know which girls on Bumble were into that and which ones weren't?
You just talk to people like normal people, and you see you get the vibes.
Did anybody ever get offended?
No, because I was very professional and adult about it.
Okay.
Like I told people I was in a relationship. My girlfriend was bi. I'm hetero, and we were possibly looking to just hang out and kind of play it by ear. No stress, no drama, no pressure.
Okay.
And we met a woman, and she was cool with it, and we ended up going on dates. She asked us both out to be her girlfriend at dinner at one night. Very nice.
Oh, Edward, you're the man. Okay, so wait. So at what age did this happen, Edward?
COVID, so that was about 3 years ago, so I was 32, 33.
Oh, I still got some time. Okay, so you were talking about how this happened, and you met your girlfriend on Bumble. How long did it take before you and your girlfriend actually made it official?
I think we did pretty fast. I think that may have been a problem. We acted too fast. I think we had hung out maybe about a month or so before I was like, hey, do you want to start like maybe pursuing this as like a relationship kind of?
Okay. And then how long did it take you guys within that month to start pursuing other women, or was that automatic?
A week. A week. That was terrible to say that, but yeah, as soon as she told me she was like bi, and she was open to women, I said, dude, I'm pulling the trigger on this one.
Edward, I am not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, friend, because you took that opportunity by the horns, and you said, I'm about to get it. Okay, so
hey, okay, I want to ask you, Jamie.
Go ahead.
Like, when you've had people, have you gone to the majority of people's houses, or have they come to your apartment or your place? So wait, where are you at on that?
Great question. Okay, so my journey has definitely transitioned as I've gotten older, not because of my maturity, but because of my status. Before I became a celebrity, before I had public figure status and had a role in the community, I didn't care who came over my house, because I wish you would try to take something from me. Because I mean, I'm be honest, I was broke, so you'd be practicing. You want to take my pillows? I don't know what you would take. So for me, like, my mom would be like, "Don't invite anybody over your house." I mean, I didn't care because there was nothing to take. I hardly had anything in the refrigerator at that point, so. I mean, are you gonna come over? Are you gonna get some of this good, or are you gonna or what? So at first, when I started that journey, I would say that and just being more open to sexual encounters, because it took me a while to be just open to being sexual with people, and that was really like after college. And I when I was in Atlanta, I didn't care. I mean, I invited whoever I wanted over my house. Now,
Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, be honest. It's not even just because of status. It's also because about people. When I lived in Atlanta, D.C., North Carolina, Dallas, it was cool. I would invite anybody over my house. I didn't care. I mean, of course, I would always vet the person. I would never invite anybody over my house I didn't know the name of. I didn't know where they live. I didn't have some type of information that I could use to find them. You know what I'm saying? But ever since I moved to...
You weren't Go ahead. But you weren't worried about being turned into a lampshade or anything like that? You weren't worried about...
I mean, I'm a pretty big black man, and I can hold myself. And again, like I said, listen. I also never invited anybody over my house that I felt uncomfortable with. I was never that horny. But when I moved to the West Coast, specifically LA and Vegas, I started meeting weirdos, creeps, people who just like people who want to be over your house just to know where you want. People will definitely plot on you. And where we are out of town, but I want to finish this. I know people who got robbed, and I was coming into myself, coming into money, coming to things that I was doing in life and status. And so when you know you move to the West Coast and you start meeting these different people, it makes you afraid to just even want to throw a game night. I used to throw events all the time. So now, no. To answer your question simply now, I go to people's houses because I don't want people to know where I live. I don't want people to have any information on me at this point anymore because people are weird. I wish it was back to when, you know, it felt easy, but it's something about living on the West Coast, man, where people are just crazy. People will come over your house and they high AF, they did crack, they did some type of substance or some type of pill, and you won't even know. So,
I'll let you wrap it up. Hopefully we can continue this conversation tomorrow or sometime during the week. I'll let you go. I'll let you back at it. All right, Jamie?
Call back, and I appreciate your question. We're going to always keep it a buck here at the Jamie Dee Show. I appreciate you, Edward. Have a good day. And that was Edward from San Antonio, Texas. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Send the link out to other people. And if you want to promote your business, product, or services, make sure to hit us up. Again, business, product, or services, hit us up at info@jamiedee.com. That's info@jamiedee.com. And hey, I'll be back tomorrow. Go to the Drip Bar, 4579, get some free drip. Come and see me. And see me tomorrow at the TGI Fridays inside the Gold Coast Casino. Peace out. What's up, everybody? You were just tuned into the Jamie Dee Show, live on KSHP AM 1400 and 107.1 FM. If you aren't in the Las Vegas area, you can catch my show live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook at The Jamie Dee Show. That's TheJaimeDeeshow. If you want to advertise your business on my show, email us at info@jamiedee.com. Thank you all so much for your support. See you tomorrow.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous barbecue and meat market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
At AR Heating and Air